Hello, 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 everybody. It is me, Demetra K, and I am sitting here with Donovan, the recovering Democrat Saadiq, also known as the Black Yule Brenner. I am sorry for being late, but we are having some funky weather here in Houston, so I also want to make sure that it wasn't going to do anything crazy right now. It's just like raining a little bit, but God forbid I go out, I will come back in on my phone and finish the show that way. But I think we'll be okay. Knock on wood. So anyway, the purpose of the Demetra Case Show is to promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us an even better people, with the emphasis on even, because we are great people, but we can always strive to do better. Also like to say a big giant thank you, welcome, and hello to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You are the other side of the conversation. Not only are you viewers, but you are family. And sometimes we share the link, although I don't know if we'll do it today because, as I said, the weather, we actually are on hurricane watch, Hurricane Beryl. I don't even know where they get their name from, but Beryl sound like he gonna do something somewhere. Hopefully it ain't here, but nevertheless, hopefully it's nowhere, because with hurricanes often comes loss of life, damage to property, and a whole host of other things. So we're hoping that Beryl just take his ass on somewhere. But anyway, I changed the subject. So some of y'all might have saw when I had a subject up earlier. It was in regards to a young lady who was at a Biden rally. It was I forget where it was, Michigan or something like that. But anyway, so it was a clip trending of him apparently, or seemingly rather, to shun her as she was trying to get a hug as he was passing by people. So it showed him passing her by. But then as I dug a little bit more, because I'm not one of those people, I'm like, I want to just make sure I didn't miss anything. I saw that he did, in fact, give her a hug before they got started. Now, I saw some people try to twist and say, oh, it was a dry hug or whatever the case is, but it was a hug nevertheless. So I didn't want to be, I guess, disingenuous in a way to try to spin it around like, well, look how dry that hug was. He didn't mean it. He did it nevertheless. So I was like, okay, let's switch. So anyway, I want to talk about the Congressional Black Caucus still backing Biden for president, even though he had a horrible performance and a horrible interview that aired on ABC. I think it was Thursday with George Stephanopoulos. I think that's how you say it, and it was bad. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys a clip. Who came on here before I hand it over to Donovan? Let's see here. Jared, I hope I said that right. How you doing? Said at this point they are just writing for this the set, right or wrong. Okay, yep, true. JJ, how you doing? Says nothing but slave owner overseers trying to keep their jobs. Stephen, how you doing? Daryl, what's going on with you? Says following the CBC has gotten Black American left behind. Your CBC secured the bag. They need one more term to put the final nail in the coffin. Yes, indeed. Monet, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Channel H, oops, I probably said that wrong. It said Channel H Dunbar, how you doing? It says go Biden. All right. Sister Marcella, how you doing? Michael, how are you? Easy E, I hope you're doing well. Arson, how are you doing? The week is going good so far. Knock on wood. Knock, knock, knock. Black women stand up. How you doing? No reparation, no vote. What's going on? Ragnar, how you doing? Said, did you see how the lady next to her treated her? Yeah, she had a little funky look on her face too, but Till Dog, how you doing? Yes, if y'all could please smash the like button. Andre, how you doing? All right. Also, Marcella, you say you're making vegetarian pizza. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm hungry. Anyway, Raynard, how you doing? Donovan, what's on your mind?
Well, what's on my mind is welcome back to the show, you guys. It is Sunday. Please forgive me. I know I have a tan. I am getting dark because I have been working outside, and here in Atlanta, it's summertime. So when I was stationed in Alabama, they had a thing called city stages where they had artists come in and perform and do whatever they're doing. They kind of have something like that here in Atlanta. And, you have concerts in the park. And, they got some stuff going on here in Atlanta. I mean, this is a city that never sleeps. So when I did a det here, and a det is like a temporary duty station, a little unit, whatever the deal, you're just doing temporary duty here. I didn't really get to experience Atlanta the way you're supposed to experience. And so yesterday, I was out yesterday. I saw Bad Boys 4. If you haven't seen the movie, it is better than Bad Boys 3, in my opinion. So it's a very good movie. I'm not going to give it away for you guys, but go check it out. But we were in the little reclining seats at the theater. And if you've been to Atlanta, there's this mall on the rich side of Atlanta. There's so many sides to this place. And there's a mall that's like a lower end mall. And then across the street, there's a higher end mall, with the high end thing. And we were just window shopping and enjoying the cool air and stuff like that. So anyway, enjoying my time here in Atlanta. I still have another week to go. I'm looking forward to getting back. My cats miss me and all that other great stuff. But do us a favor. At the bottom in the red tape, you will see a scrolling banner. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, check, money order, promises, whatever you guys want to do. We take that, and any donation you give, it is greatly appreciated. It keeps the show going, and it keeps the content creator motivated to keep making these great videos. Also, if you don't have the African Diaspora News Channel app, I strongly recommend you guys download that. That is becoming a very, very important tool in the Black community to keep up what's going on around the world. I mean, there's some stuff that is coming down the pipe. If you guys are not tuning into the African Diaspora News Channel app or on YouTube itself, sign up, subscribe, and become a member. I mean, it's very important as we are crunching down to the elections. And it's not just this election here. There are some elections that are going on in Africa that have serious implications for Black people around the world. We're talking NATO here. We're talking possibly World War III busting out. So do us a favor and do that. Also, brother Phil Scott and his crew, they're going to be going to Ethiopia. I am not sure if there's any spaces available, but go over there and check it out and ask some questions. And if you guys want to go and do that, I think that is a great thing because Ethiopia is a beautiful place. And that's where they say the real Jews that look like us actually come from. So, Demetra.
Yes, indeed. And hello, everybody that's come on here. You said you want to see the clip of them hugging. Okay, I'll show you guys the clip in just a minute after this conversation. Y'all could be the judge, but I did see the clip of him actually, you said of hugging. I don't have that one up. I have the other one up, so I don't have that one, but I did see the clip of him. It was a dry one, but he did give her one nevertheless. You can find it on Twitter, I think. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Mission Vision, how you doing? Avenge the Ancestors. Okay. So this clip I'm about to show you comes from Politic Nations with Reverend Al. And I listened to him on the radio this morning. He was just, oh my God. Just wow. So anyway, on Politic Nation, he was talking to Representative Al Green. He's actually from Texas. And they were talking about the CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus, for the most part, still backing that of Joe Biden. Of course, you guys know that Joe Biden had a horrible performance during a debate with Trump a couple of weeks ago. And he also, as I was saying earlier, I did an interview, a one-on-one. It was not supposed to be scripted interview. But when George asked him questions, he was just kind of like he had these, like he kind of rehearsed the answers. So let's say he would ask him, so what do you think about people saying that you're too old? Well, I've done this for the country. I've done that with this, that, and the policy and this. So I was just completely did not answer the questions at all. And that's kind of how that interview went the whole time. And you could tell that George Stephanopoulos, he was really trying to, get him to answer the question, but he was just like, nope, not going to really talk about my health and my fit. But he basically said he wasn't going anywhere. All right. So this is a clip from Politic Nation. It's a still, but you'll be able to hear the voices. Here we go.
Some breaking news from just moments ago. The Congressional Black Caucus is largely behind Biden. This according to two sources who told NBC that at least two members of the CBC were on the call this afternoon, Representative Maxine Waters and Representative Barbara Lee, and both members defended Biden forcefully, as Representative Waters did here in essence, as they publicly done this since the debate. What is your reaction? We're out of time, but I wanted your brief reaction to that.
Well, I'll be very terse. I have spoken to Congresswoman Waters. She is the ranking member on the committee on which I serve. I'm on that committee because she put me on the committee, to be quite candid with you. And she is adamantly supportive of President Biden. A lot of people take their lead from her, and she will have great influence. But I think that in the final analysis, Reverend, we've got to look at what they will do to this country. Democracy versus autocracy. This is the question. I think democracy will.
Yeah, well, I think your Congresswoman Waters got quite a cheer here when she says, I'm older than Joe Biden, and I'm functioning very well.
All right, so let's remove them. Okay, so and when he said, Maxine Waters said that she's older than Joe Biden, she did, the Essence Festival is going on, and I guess they were there with Kamala. I guess she's going to come back today or whatever the case is. And so during the panel, Representative Maxine Waters says, people are talking about Biden is too old. Hell, I'm older. And she's 85, okay? And says, I get up every morning and I exercise and I work late hours. I take care of Black people. Trump has told you who he is, a no good, deplorable, lying, despicable human being. I'll try to be serious. So she said all those things. And what's funny though is she's like, I take care of Black people, but she's like, hell, I'm older than Biden. It's like, and you bragging about that? You 85 years old. I mean, all you triple OGs, y'all the silent generation. Y'all not even boomers. You're the silent generation. And you talking about I'm older than Biden. That's not a flex. That a whole generation and almost 2 generations of people who could have and should have led will never get the chance because you've sat there for years. I think she's been there since 91. In Los Angeles, the Representative Maxine Waters, 91. I don't think Barbara Lee is in her 80s yet, but you got your Clyburn, he's in his 80s. You got your the Speaker of the House, she used to be Pelosi.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi's 83.
80. Yeah. Biden is 81. They all like, oh, and she's sitting up there, and it's not even the fact that Biden is too old. It's something's going on with him, and it's obvious, and they keep lying about it. And of course, she has all these things to say about Trump, which is whatever. But with the CBC, okay, the Congressional Black Caucus, they are supposed to be there for Black people. But again, if you go to their mission statement, they are there for, they say, Black people and other marginalized communities. We know that the Congressional Black Caucus has not been there for Black people. They have been there for the marginalized people, which is everybody else. And here they are, because they're supposed to speak for Black people, talk about we are backing Biden. We're going to stand behind him because there's a lot of Democrats who are starting to ask for him. Hey, yo, you need to step down, okay? We saw that performance. You didn't know where you were. The funniest part of that whole debate was when Biden was talking and Trump says, he looks at him, he goes, I don't know what he said. I don't think he knows what he said. Because nobody knew. It was like, what did he say, right? So the Congressional Black Caucus is continuously trying to push not just the Democrats, because that's what they all are, but Biden on to us as Black people. And it's like, let's just take his policies out of it. The man ain't all there. And I'm not saying that to be funny. He's not all there. And so you want Black people to get behind Biden and listen. Now, like I said, I listened to Al Sharpton this morning, and these nice Black people are mad as HE double hockey sticks that how could Black people want to vote for Trump? We just don't understand. They're like mad that Black people, and as Al Green said, it's democracy versus autocracy. Autocracy means that, it's like one type of governing type of thing, which I guess they're saying if Trump gets into office, he's going to be a dictator or king. But they're saying versus democracy, which means that you have a say. So we know as Black people in America, we've never had a say so, but that's that lie that they keep pushing on Black people. And regardless of who is in that White House, they're always going to have autonomy over Black people until Black people, we rearrange our understanding of who we are and start practicing group economics and all that. Nothing changes for us, whether they think we have an autocracy or a democracy. Doesn't change for Black people until we, as Black people, stop voting for more of nothing. And we're the only group of people that does that overwhelmingly. Donovan, and I'm going to get to y'all comments. So if y'all want me to read y'all comments, y'all slow down.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to keep my comments short so you guys can possibly we can get the link and you guys can come up and give your own opinion because you guys are the co-hosts of the show. But Demetria, remember when I had a podcast, and I still have the podcast, and it was called Black Politicians Ain't E. In that podcast, I took the former John Lewis, civil rights icon that he calls himself, because we don't even call Martin Luther King an icon. We don't even call Malcolm X an icon. But so the white media bestowed that this man is a civil rights icon. I put his congressional record in the public, and all of the black bootlicks came for me. And I did that for a lot of the Congressional Black Caucus members, because what we found when I did that was most Black Caucus members, all they do is name post offices after whoever, and they give civil rights medals to each other. That is their whole record. When it comes to Black people, I found, and what I exposed, was there was nothing being done for Black people. But let Hispanics have this. John Lewis was the first on it. Let the Afghans need something. John Lewis was on it. And I know he was already dead when the Afghan thing came on. But and they name streets and stuff like that, especially here in Atlanta. It's all about, these politicians, John Lewis Lane and Abernathy, and, all their buddies. And when I exposed that, there were so many staffers and Black boule and fraternities that were coming after me. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't write this. This isn't something I made up. I'm showing you 30 years of this man's congressional record where nothing was done in regards to Black people specifically. And I did that for a lot of them. They all came for me. So what I'm saying with that is this: we are now at a point in America where, number one, everything that they have been trying in the Democratic playbook is now not working, and they don't know what to do other than to curse at us. Did you guys see Roland Martin yelling and screaming about, we got to vote, Democrat or else, and all this other, it was just crazy. It's just been crazy. And here's the thing, Demetri, I have an aunt that I love dearly, very good singer. And she put up
the one that blocked and deleted me on Facebook.
Yeah, that one. That one. I love her dearly. But anyway, she put up a meme in regards to why aren't they reading, what's that thing, the 2025 thing? Fear mongering, right? So, that's my aunt. I'm trying to be respectful. And I said, hey, look, both parties don't do anything for anybody else. I said all this fear mongering to get Black people to vote for more of nothing it's a waste of time. I said, let them go to the Asians, let them go to the LGBTQ, let them go to the Latinos, and quit bothering us is my opinion. And I think she's starting to wake up, because what I referenced was when you're in a society and you're economically at the bottom, it doesn't matter if a strong man comes into power. It doesn't matter if the Democrats are in control. It doesn't matter if the Republicans are in control. You are at the bottom of the economic scale, so your life really doesn't change. So what is there to be afraid of? You know what she said, Demetria? She thought about it. She thought, like that was an interesting point that she never thought about. And what I try to tell you guys is, a lot of you guys, like myself, you guys are truth sayers, and you see the world for the way it is, not the way we want it to be, this Disney fantasy of everybody kumbaya and stuff. That we're not there yet. We are here. And that's how we should look at the world, the way it is, not how we want it to be. Where we're at right now, the truth of the matter is Black people are at the bottom, and they're bringing in people that are going to be put above us. They're taking the jobs, they're taking the resources, they're bringing those people in and dropping them right in our neighborhoods. We have nothing to fear but fear itself at this point. I would rather sit out this election and sit on the couch, or do a punitive vote for Donald Trump to show the Democrats that we're not taking this BS no more. But I want to hear what you guys got to say, so let's talk about that. But yeah, my good old aunt blocked Demetria K. And by the way, 1 million men against Demetria K. If you guys want to sign the petition, let me know. I'll send you the link.
Whatever. Hey, John. So anyway, we got some crazy weather here in Houston. So if I go out, I'll come back in on my phone. So hopefully it doesn't. Anyway, yeah, your auntie, yeah. Hey, auntie. Ragnar, I saw that you asked me about the video. And Miss D, how you doing? I'm gonna put it up in just a minute because I ain't got the line to kick it. That's what I do not do. Hey, Buckhorse, hope you're doing well. Sister Shirley, what's going on with you? Who else came on here? I just want to acknowledge everybody have not seen it, and then I can start off with the comments. Arnibia says our lives will change when we change. Yep, there you go. Samuel, how you doing? Says Demetra and Donovan. The CBC is living up to their title, slave catchers. That's exactly what they are, keeping you on the plantation, one black person at a time. Brother Reggie, how you doing? He says, Grandma Maxine, Grandma Wop needs to step down and step out. Remember, it's Dop. It's Dop. She's 85. Curly Girl, how you doing? Says some of our people helping dig a sinkhole along with the Civil Rights CBC, NAACP, etc. Yep. Reynard. It says exactly, Donovan, like Stevie Wonder rather said, gotta oops, where'd it go? Reality baby. Yes, indeed. And one who cares is absolutely well, said Donovan. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see who else came on here. Okay, I got to the bottom. Oh my God. Okay, so let me try to put this video because Ragnar think I'm lying or something. Let me see if I can put it up here. Biden actually giving the girl a hug. Is this it? Let's see. Y'all ready? It don't have no sound to it because, here we go. Did y'all see that? I'll play it again for you. It was super quick. Okay, so I hope that helps. That's why I changed the title because I didn't want to be disingenuous. Because he did give her a hug. So whether what it was stiff or it wasn't emotionalist, whatever, it was one nevertheless. Y'all let y'all be, I just didn't want to die on that hill. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. This weather is crazy. I'm looking at it out of my window and it's like, yikes. Anyway, yeah, so the CBC, of course, and not even just the CBC, like you said, it's a whole bunch of Democratic shills. They continuously want black people to sign up for more or nothing. And for the life of me, I don't understand. But then the way I do, because them keeping black people on the plantation, well, they get to eat greedy, right? It's like, what's in it for me to keep black people on the plantation? Allegedly, supposedly, they get some sort of a incentive to do that. And to me, if you're asking me just my personal opinion, I think that they do, to keep us on the plantation. But it's like, how dare them expect for us to stay for more of nothing? Like, we're going to put those people back in office after they've showed us repeatedly that they are not interested in doing anything specifically for black people, even though they do specifically for everybody else. Another thing that's really making me mad is these celebrities. You're seeing these celebrities come out the woodwork with, well, Trump is this and Trump is that and Trump is, and how can black people understand? I'm like, y'all got white fans. Y'all got white fans. Y'all say, hey, my white fans, why are you voting for Biden? Why do you talk to black people like that? And my thing is, who even told them that you can speak to and for us? Ain't nobody appointed Jermaine Dupri, the brat, and none of them other people as the spokesman for black people. Like, we come to your concerts and that's it. We don't come or get on social media and listen to you ride down on us about why we voting for who we voting for. Judge Mathis, that's another one. He talking about Trump, this, that, and the other. I'm like, y'all don't never talk about the things that Biden has done to black people. And instead of talking about what Trump is doing to or is going to do to black people, why don't y'all, since, apparently they've sent them out there, ask Biden, what are you going to do for black people? Black people want a check. They want a hate crime bill. They want all this other stuff. But you want me to go out there, risk losing my fan base to tell them that Trump is the boogeyman? Now I need to be out there and tell them that y'all actually going to do something. So you're seeing it get worse and worse and worse. Those people do not want to let go of the gravy train. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And so they're going to guilt you and chastise you for wanting to do something else. But like I said, they got white fans, they got Asian fans, they got, Mexican fans or whatever, but there's only the black people they talk to like we children. Like, y'all stupid. Why would y'all want to vote for Trump? We ain't got to answer to you.
Right. Well, it's kind of funny because I was, at a restaurant here, and I'm listening to some sisters talk about Kamala. And obviously they were AKAs or something. They were.
I think Donovan froze. Donovan. I think it's because he's
Not
talking
like
about
us.
Okay,
Did anybody
go ahead.
notice that?
Hold on. We didn't hear nothing you said after you saw some AKAs in the restaurant. Okay, start from there.
And they're talking about, how Kamala and Taraji was talking about, oh, they ain't like us. And I was like, they must really do think we're stupid, for the simple fact of, if you don't notice that Kamala ain't like us, but you're over here using the vernacular and all this other stuff. So yes, they do think we're that stupid.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't need no man stop telling me I do. How you doing? He said the couch for you. Valerie, he says, how you doing? He says Barbara Lee was in Kenya helping Biden push those tax increases on them, and a part of sending Kenya over to Haiti. Yeah, vote her out too. Yeah. Well, why are you over there? You got issues over here. Los Angeles is jacked up, and you in Kenya trying to tell them what to do. What's wrong with these people? You know what I mean? Yeah, but so now they upset because there's black people who want to vote for Trump. And I say, if you exercise democracy, that's your right to do that. Who said that black people have to vote for the Democrats? Who said that? If you like, that is our party. I know they've been talking to us in that way. Oh, the Democrats are the party of black people, but did we sign a contract or something? Did we do a blood oath? A pinky swear? Like, what did we do to make y'all think that we were contractually held to voting for the Democrats? No other group of people do that but us. We rip each other a new one online at family reunions and everywhere else. If I say, you know what? I know I belong to a family of Democrats, but I think I'm going to do something different. Oh my God. Our ancestors died for the right to vote. And Grandma, I'm going to need you to cool out, okay? But yeah, it just, like, they make us feel horrible. Well, not me, but Miss Tiffany, how you doing? Says they better stop messing with my live alerts for your channel. Hey guys, I don't know what's going on with that, but I hear that about a lot of channels, that people are not getting the alerts. 70 DRC, how you doing? Says group hug. All right, and the Crawford experience, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. On acknowledging people who have not come on here, then I will catch back up. Arvetta, how you doing? Says black jobs do not include picking fruits and vegetables. Nah, we passed that. And when people say y'all don't want to pick fruits and vegetables, hell no. Our people pick cotton for a very long time. Okay, we don't want to bend over, pick nothing else. And I am not apologetic about it. Easy says Mathis is a big time Democrat. Oh my God, yes. It's like, dude, you about to get blocked. You come up on my timeline one more time with this foolishness, I'm gonna block you. King Shaw said Judge Mathis has always been a clown with his jacked up fade, because now see, you didn't have to do the man like that. Sister Shirley says the CBC don't care about us if we are stupid enough. Why not tell us to vote for them? Yep. Because they just need our votes. That's all they need. And they can go and do everything for everybody else. Intermix Radio, how you doing? Says Kamala Harris never been black a day in her life. Biden Harris ran with this lie, and a lot of our folks went along with it. Right along with the Chucks and Pearls, and they was the ski weed, and they watched her Howard, and she's dancing with the band. And listen, I'm not saying Kamala didn't do all that. She probably did, but we know that she has lived her life as other for a very long time, until it took, when she wanted to get into the White House, and now she got greens and hot sauce and the whole nine. Yes, right now Kamala is AKA.
Yeah. And and I really think the only reason Taraji is doing that is because she got a lot of blowback about exposing Emperor Oprah, not paying and doing all that other stuff. So she's trying to get back into the limelight where she can get them checks going.
Jay Bubba, how you doing? I got you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? 21, your first drink? What's going on? So anyway, Dwayne, did I say hello to you? Says the Dems never done anything for us. So alpha, wow. Arthur, how you doing? Says yes, the alerts do not go out. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't get alerts for channels that I subscribe for alerts to anyway either. So don't feel bad. Hey, Thunder, how are you, Thunder? You are acting up out there. Is that you, Thunder, causing all that ruckus? And how is it on your side of town? Buck Horse says, Miss K, I'm coughing. He says, my food. Damn, I can't. Oh, cause stop laughing because I'm crazy. Moose, how you doing? Says, as long as we're giving affirmations, they not only get the power from us, but they keep the power. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to give it back. Like, if we're saying, you know what, I'm good. I won't vote for you no more. It's like if they like try to freak you out, I don't want to do that. Tracy, how you doing? Says, hey, Demetra and Room, just sitting in the cut. All right now. Who else is on here that I did not see? Thunder says, DK here in Texas, it was cotton, sugar cane, and work on the waterfront and sailing. Yeah, so we don't want to pick nothing else. I wasn't there, but I won't speak for us and say we don't want to pick nothing else. We are past the picking. Christopher, how you doing? You say, is there any way to replace the members of the CBC since they represent us in Congress? Can we vote them out? Yes, indeed. That is a voted on position. The thing is, though, a lot of them are congressional. Some of them are senators. We just keep them in there. And I would say that I think Black people are the only group of people, or one of them, that keep people in office just because they're Black. We talk about this all the time. White people get in there, they get to cutting up, and they don't do what they people sent them to do. You out of here. You ain't going to do it again.
Or January 6th, which sends a very powerful message.
Hello. They was looking for the vice president, okay? They had Pence on the run. But I'm just saying, you don't hear about them leaving no congressperson in office for 30 years and he ain't doing nothing. Potholes in their lawn, or any of that kind. Yes.
Yeah, but you also got to remember the generation, the civil rights generation, was the generation that just wanted to see Black faces in high places. That's all they cared about. They didn't care if this person did anything. So for 30 or 40 years, that is what's been going on. Ooh, integration is so great. Look, there's a Black person in this position. I'm the first Black to do this. I'm the first Black to do that. How does that put money in my pocket? How does that pay my bills? How does that get my neighborhood better schools? Because you're the first Black person in a position. I'm the first one out here. Malcolm X talked about that 60 years ago. It's so sad.
You're the big 44. All right now. You're going to catch up to me pretty soon. Slow down. And Key 5, how you doing? Says, how you two doing? We are doing well. No complaints. Easy says, has anyone noticed how Taraji looks? She looked like she under Hollywood curse. She might be. She tried to speak out against Oprah and then she backtracked, but yeah, Taraji, she just, I don't like Taraji. I used to like Taraji. I don't like her anymore because she just says the most ridiculous things. Like she spent most of the BET Awards, trying to freak Black people out, in regards to 2025, that plan by the Heritage Foundation, Trump. What he says, I don't know how true it is. Says, I don't know anything about it. I'm not behind it. He says, I think a lot of the stuff is ridiculous. So he says, whoever it is, I wish them luck. So I don't know how true that is, that he has nothing to do with it. But as I was looking into it, because I'm starting to study it before I read it, I want to kind of see who they are. They're a think tank. And I think they've been around since like 78, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Somewhere around there. Been around for a very long time. So they're a think tank in Washington. And they said that their agenda is to, regardless of what conservative president it is, they want them to, adhere to their project, whatever it is. So this one is 2025. So that would be Trump. Doesn't sound like he's aligned with them from what he is saying, but there's a lot of think tanks in Washington. There's a lot of Democratic think tanks, and some of them are very heavily aligned with AIPAC. So with that, they'll tell you that Trump in probably 2025, are they coming to get you? But it's like, look at the alignments that some of these Democratic think tanks have. One is called CAP, C-A-P. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's CAP. So what are they talking about? What are they strategizing for? So you have to be careful of what they tell you. But yeah, she was talking about the, Project 2025. Anyway, Jupiter, how you doing? Says, remember this, Boule shields are at work overtime, especially rolling out. Ow, down. Martin, they see now they are losing the influence now. Black community gradually thinking for themselves. About time. Yes. And Roland Martin is one of those people who call you stupid and Simple Simon and all these other things because you're like, wait a minute now. I have questions. He don't want you to have questions. He want you to listen to him and everything he's saying. Don't question Donovan. He wants you to stick your arm out. He wants you to take the infusion. Don't ask what's in the infusion, and just vote blue no matter who. That's what he wants you to do. And if you question your simple Simon, it's like, why? Because I'm not listening to you. Not too long ago, Roland was going to boycott grandma cookies because PepsiCo, the parent company, was not giving him no advertising dollars. It's like, do you think they're going to be mad because you ain't buying no grandma cookies? You don't need if you don't have another grandma cookie, you already had too many. That's all I'm going to say. Damon, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. John Davis, what's going on with you? Did I get to the bottom or did it just skip me to the bottom? I think that it did. Hey, Frank, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Carol, what's going on with you? Said I heard Project 2025 was presented by Biden also. It might have been. There's a lot of think tanks in Washington, but they're only talking about that for some reason, Project 2025, and it's a scary tactic. Is there some scary stuff in there? Yeah, I'd imagine that there is, but ain't Washington scary as it is? You know what's scary is inflation. That's scary. What's scary is these interest rates on the cars, houses. Hell, go to the store. That's scary. It's walking through there. It's like a haunted house, right? Because you go buy something, by the time you get out and back to the counter, you're going to get freaked out. Boo! Because you're going to get the receipt that's like, yeah, that I wasn't paying this a couple of years ago. So I don't know. Hey, Accurate Fire, how you doing? Let's see here. Who else came on here? Because like I said, my thing skipped up. Arvetta says, what good has come out of integration? Nothing. Arsene says, I've been meaning to ask. I saw a video mentioning immigrants are entering by the millions. So can Black people's vote still make a difference? Or is this your last election to tip the scale? Last election was like at the end, right? I think if we blow it this time, it's a wrap. You might as well find another place to go live, or I don't know, but it's definitely going to be a wrap for us. Trump said that he was getting them up out of here. How true it is, I don't know. We'll have to see. Rich Daddy, how you doing? Says just wanted to be accepted. Okay, are you saying personally, or you making a comment? Keisha, how you doing? Says the CBC is doing the right thing by going down with their party. People want them out as well. Yeah, they got to go. So they can be voted out. Maxine should not be in Washington. Not another year. James either. They've been there long enough. You haven't had enough fish at these fish fries? That's enough. Donovan?
I have no doubt that Black people will come through for Joe Biden. I've been talking to a lot of people, and they tell me, Black people going to save democracy. And that's how it's going to be. So I love Joe Biden, and I have no doubt Black people will save democracy. Thank you.
You stupid. But why we got to save democracy? Why is that on us? Why don't you ask the white people? Why don't you ask the Mexicans, the Asian? How come they don't have to save? Why we got to put the cape on? And as soon as we help them save democracy, guess what they're going to do? They're going to snatch the cape up off us, and then we're going to go plummet into the doggone ground. Right. You kick it right in the square in the tailbone. Thank you. See you in 4 years, sucker. That's what they do to us. So it's like, wow, we got to save the Black people going to save. Are we proud? Is there anybody proud that they are looking for you to save democracy when you can't even save money? As Black people, what is saving democracy gonna do? You can't even save no money. Well, I save democracy. Do you get a cookie for that? I don't think so. Marcella says, let me school you all about the word Black. Kamala is Black. Black is the absence of color. And look it up. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell Kamala what she is. Not her daddy is a derivative of Black. He's Jamaican, I guess, because she said, she's smoking weed in college. I guess that makes her Black. I don't know. She says she is. To me, I think that's really the smaller point. She could be green. What is she going to do for Black people? And she's already told us, no. No. I will not do something specifically just for you. And then she said it again. No. That's what we care about. What's she going to do for us? And she said nothing. So what? I mean, do we think she's going to change her mind? And you would think, Donovan, even at this point in the game, you would think they would come with something and say, all right, me and Kamala been thinking, and we gonna get y'all some checks. They not. They just thinking somehow, some way, Al Sharpton gonna put on a little bit of extra hair grease, and he gonna get out there on the airwaves and guilt black people into voting for more. They think they're gonna get the local celebrity. You get Cardi B said, y'all don't ask me, okay? So they gonna get these celebrities to get out there and tell you to get out. They think they're gonna turn it around, and that we're gonna realize how stupid and how simple Simons we've been, and we're gonna come running back to the plantation. That's what they think. Then even still, they're not even trying to say, y'all want some watermelon? How about some chicken? They're not even doing that. They're just.
But that's telling of the Democratic Party. They would rather lose power than give black people reparations. That's how asinine that they are in regards and detrimental to black people that they are. They would rather lose power and come up with all this BS excuses than to give us what we are demanding. And we got to stop asking what we're demanding for. They rather just lose power. They say, you know what? We're going to, we need these Negroes. If they don't want to get it, we just let 11 million migrants in here. All we got to do is wait 4 election cycles. And those 11 million migrants that we let in, their children will be of voting age. And we would rather wait for that. Just like Joe Biden said, I will be damned if I'm going to be responsible for what my ancestors did.
Right. Carrie says agrees, says I don't care about Project 2025 because most of those things have already been happening for 30 years or more. Yeah, it's like, how much worse off can we as black people be in this country? Y'all think Project 2025 is going to make us worse? As far as all the things I've heard about, and I haven't read it yet, I started it, okay? All the things that I've read about it, I have not seen one person say they're putting black people back on the plantation. Unless they got it in a hidden chapter somewhere, maybe it's part 2 of 2025. I haven't seen that. So what worse more could happen to us as black people?
Demetra, stop it. Stop it. You and the optimistic, unrealistic fear mongering that you do. And I'm going to say this because you know damn well, and excuse my language, that as long as it's in a book that they say it's in Project 2025, they know black people ain't going to read it. So they want the cliff notes. As long as somebody says this is in this book, they're going to go with it because we do not read. You know that.
You know what? I wish I could argue with you. I wish I could say you a damn lie. My mama used to hate when I say that. You want to hide something from a black person, put in a book. Stop saying that. That ain't true. I'm not saying we don't all read, but Donovan, boy, we could just end the show with that. We can end the show with that. Because you're right. They know if, I don't know, Beyonce or Jay-Z say it, it must be true. If you get loud ass Jennifer Lewis, and she damn near cussed everybody else out at the Essence Festival. She called herself the B word and everything. Talking about we need to get out there and vote. I guess they think if they have people like her say it, then, I don't know. But yeah, we need to start reading for ourselves. That's why I said I can't talk to y'all about Project 2025 off of something I heard somebody else say because I don't know. I have to read it myself. Raynard says, Demetra, you have to understand many black folks have accepted and embraced their own destruction. But we don't, when I say we, I mean collective, we don't know that's what it is. We think that carrot that the Democrats are wiggling on the string, we're eventually going to get that carrot. We're never going to bite the carrot. They've been having that carrot since the 30s. I know a lot of times people think that we switched in the 60s. Probably a lot more of us did to the Democratic Party, but we were that during the New Deal. When FDR included us in the New Deal, he wasn't going to include us at first, but he did because he needed our votes. And they being the Democrats, been getting our votes like that ever since with these little bitty, here. And that's all we've been getting. King Shaw says, I still want to fight Roland Martin in a steel cage match with no way out. If he wins, he gets no fast food and grandma cookies for a year. You crazy. Y'all know what that man know. He might know how to fight. Salam, how you doing? Who else came on here? Crystal, what's going on with you? Says James Stephen Clyburn. And TEW, how you doing? Says, it's not our job to save democracy or anything else for that matter. Kamala was not raised black. Sorry, she is not us. I don't know. I don't know where she was raised. Great. The Nate, how you doing? Says the Congressional Black Caucus says, oh, see, you wild. Hob, how you doing? He says the Black Caucus approved Biden's crime bill. He's his back end is no surprise. Yes, they did. And they said, well, because they had some stuff in there about protecting the women and all this other stuff. So we kind of had to. But it's like y'all fight over every other bill, but that one you just ram through with ease, just messing up generations of black people with the 94 crime bill. Because they've all said it. I think there was only one person, and I could be wrong, that didn't back it. But yeah, for the most part, they all backed it, ruining the lives of black people to save women. Not that women are important, because I am one, but it's like y'all didn't want to go back to the drawing board on that one.
And let's not even bring up the 95 crime bill. I mean, that's significant in itself. But Joe Biden, the disparity in the criminality of the drug laws, cocaine, you get a lesser sentence than you do crack. And now if somebody has an opioid problem, it's a health crisis. But look at all of the black families that were destroyed during the 80s and the cocaine crack epidemic. And he has not apologized for that and won't apologize for it.
Said he made a mistake. He got bad information. What more do you want from him? Still says, like I said, they would rather lose every seat than give us anything. Well, it looks like they well on their way. They're well on their way. The Unc, how you doing? Says Kamala's father is biracial, which makes her only 25% black. So she's Indian and American. Indian American. Yeah, I guess. Like I said,
is it 25% or would it be 12% if she's biracial and half black and her father is biracial? Wouldn't that be lesser than 25%?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not one to tell people who they are not. If she says she's black, of course she's gonna say she's black. We know that she has not said she's black up until recently. It's newspaper articles and everything proving that she was going as an Asian American or Asian Indian, whatever it was. So we know more than likely for Kamala it's a grift, right? Because in California, when she was running for all those other offices, attorney general and all the other stuff, she had to be other than black, to be more appealing to them. But now she's black because Democrats need black people. Mr. Newman, how you doing? Says, I wish the Congressional. Gotcha, Donovan. Black Caucus removed black from its title because they don't serve black Americans, just the Democratic Party. Absolutely, Gina. How you doing? Said, did you see the interview with Kamala said 20 acres in a mule instead of 40 acres in a mule? This woman is a joke because she don't care. She's like, I'm not giving y'all an acre, let alone a mule. Okay. So she's like,
what do you mean she doesn't care? She used to listen to Tupac records when she was in college back in the day, right, Fife?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Tyson, how you doing? Says reparations or nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Daryl Lee, how you doing? Says not even Hispanics and Asians back reparations for us. No, most people outside of the black community do not want us to have reparations. In fact, the Hispanic community in California, they are rallying against it. We need to make sure we stop them. They can get $1.2 million a piece. We can't have that happen. Where would they come from? Under the tax cuts and they're taking to raise taxes. It's like, but your people coming over here and eating greedy. If they break a toenail, they could go get it taken care of for free on the taxpayer's dime, and you ain't got nothing to say about that. But black people, y'all gonna get together and make sure black people don't get reparations. But then they cry up and down when black people like Kendrick Lamar don't include them. Oh, they didn't include us. Y'all don't even want us to get reparations, but you want to be involved in everything that we're doing. Easy says that these migrants gonna get some hot led with their foolishness. Okay, now. Andrew, how you doing? Says Biden 2024. What can we do to gain your support, black people? Not a damn thing. And I mean that with love and all the most respect and admiration for you. Brother Andrew, there's nothing. You know what you say I'm assuming Biden and Kamala and them, what you could do is tell them to write us a check. You have my support. You write us a check. I'll put a Biden yard sign in my yard. As soon as the check roll off, and hit my bank account where I don't trust the mail nowadays. Hit my bank account. I put a Biden yard sign. I have a bumper sticker. Matter of fact, I put a bumper sticker on my forehead as I go out in public and say I'm supporting Biden because he wrote me a fat check. That's how. Hey, Mike C, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Easy said, let the church say amen. Joey, how you doing? Says 35 is a good number for an age to run for president. Yes, that's how old you have to be. It's 35. Let's see who else came on here. Valerie, well, I know you're already on here. Says nothing in there any scarier than what's in office now. You ain't lying. Gerard, how you doing? Says I'm more disappointed about SCOTUS overturning Chevron doctrine than the Trump immunity case. And again, it wasn't just for Trump. It was for presidents past, present, and future. So it wasn't just, oh, we're helping Trump, even though I don't know, it might have been, but the justification was because they need presidents to be able to make a decision without worrying about being held accountable personally. That's where that came from. But I know they're not going to tell y'all that. They want y'all to think that the Supreme Court, which is stacked in favor of conservatives, they want y'all to think that they did that just for Trump. It's going to benefit a lot of people. So anyway, OG Tony, how you doing? Says, let's teach them a lesson, vote for the enemy, Trump 2024. That's what it sounds like a lot of people are doing. GP, how you doing? Says, I guess I'm about to go to sleep and my entire body feels completely thrashed from soreness. Hopefully I can sleep it off before I go back to work this Tuesday. Y'all take it easy and you do the same. This weather is crazy, so be careful. Undisputed Truth, how you doing? Says, why is the Black Caucus silent on illegal immigration invasion? They welcome it. That's why. They welcome that.
Well, Dimitri, I have a question for you. I mean, we've seen what the first 4 years, I mean, and I'm thinking as a regular Black person, right? We've seen what Biden has done in the first 4 years. Within hours of being inaugurated president, he reversed the immigration policy of Trump. As a Black person, seeing what has happened in the last 4 years, to me, what would be scary is to give this man another 4 years to finish the job, because everything that he's done on a national level has been detrimental to Black people, be it Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, you name it. We have lost resources that we were already underserved to begin with. So for me, I can't understand how people could sit here and say, yeah, Joe Biden, I'm gonna go for him one more time because a so-called bigot, racist man. And some of you guys are in states where the whole state is controlled by racist police forces and governors and mayors. You're worried about one man on a federal level who has no real jurisdiction over you, said a bad word towards you or something you didn't like. It just blows my mind, because like I said, the first 4 years, and you want to give this man another 4 years to which he might not survive, can't do it. I just can't do it.
Yeah, and Christopher, he says, are you going to vote for Kamala or Trump if Biden drops out? I'm one of those people that's undecided. So I may sit on the couch or might just go and write somebody else in, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to vote for Kamala. Haven't thought much about voting for Trump, but, nothing's off the table. But I know for sure I'm not voting for the Democrats. And I've always said, if y'all want me to vote for the lesser two evils, then I will vote for Trump, because that's the lesser two evils. So, but I've been saying it for a long time, because that's what people like to try to do, is guilt you into that. So, okay, great. Easy says Indian only claim her because she's light skinned. Okay. And Tony says Republicans and Democrats is a bunch of jive turkeys. Hey, Brina, how you doing? Arson says, I don't know why we argue whether Kamala is Black. People in the comments always say she's Caribbean. Okay, so if she was 100% American, what difference would it make since she does nothing for you? See, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. She's doing nothing, regardless of what color she is. So I think we got about 10 more minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes. Donovan. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna get down to the comments. I know y'all don't like us being on here short. Later on in the week, if Donovan needs to leave, then I'll stay on longer. Just today, the weather is kind of so. Today's musing, how you doing? Says Kamala opposes FBA reparations for which she is ineligible, thus she's not Black. All right, I got you. So you're gonna disqualify her on that. And Hobby says Kamala went to high school in Canada, probably the same school as Drake. Not like us, y'all crazy. Y'all gonna mess with Drake. Easy says we're not giving her another chance. Nope. I see y'all calling her some other stuff. I ain't gonna read it. The Crawford experience is Kamala rather do her people than our people. Reparations all the way. Yep, we got to get our reparations. If not, then I don't know what to tell them. Joe, how you doing? Says Judge Joe Brown has some interesting things to say about her. Trust me, I heard them all, and that includes Willie Brown. I will not repeat some of those things. Ragnar says Biden said he has done more for blacks than any other president. I say, how come we don't know it? And he recently said that he is a black woman. Said he's a black woman in an interview. Now, he might have got jumbled and maybe he was talking about Kamala, but he definitely said that he's the first black woman, something like that, to be president or vice president or something. So, Papa Onea, how you doing? It says Kamala identifies as black, so in 2024 she's black, but Joe Biden said we ain't black. Right? I guess I'm not. I didn't vote for him. Arneva says it was very calculating of Kamala to go to Howard and pledge, aka she had a long-term plan. Maybe she did. Maybe she was selected, right? St. Michael, how you doing? It says reparations is too complicated to actually implement. Not really. They give everybody else reparations all the time that come over here. Donovan?
Right. And there's no questions asked. There's no studied and no nothing, and again, they try to make it seem like reparations for black people. It was so long ago. I'm on ancestry.com. I will tell you, slavery in my family only goes back 4 generations. 4. And most black people, it's either 4 or 5 generations. So stop with it's impossible to do whatever. The birth certificates, the insurance, all of that is in Big Mama's Bible that one of the aunties got after she passed. All the information is there, but it's not impossible because we're only talking about 4 or 5 generations. So stop it. When the Asians come over here and the Jews come over here, nobody asks them about how many generations they got to go back to prove they deserve reparations. They get it because they say so.
Yep. And we want our shmoney. Jupiter, if I didn't already, how you doing? It says Demetria, you also got Democrat shield. Oh God, Jasmine Crockett trying to rally up the base to support Biden with her denial. Meanwhile, other Dems are ready to get rid of him. Yep, I trust me. I got a video coming up for y'all at the African Diaspora News channel next week about our girl Jasmine Crockett. She a piece of work. One thing she gonna do is go hard in the paint for Biden. Andrew says, sure, we have reparation task studies all the time. Biden campaign supports your claim. Yeah, they have all these studies. I mean, it's like just get the cliff notes from one another. You don't need to keep making up studies. Tara, how you doing? It says, who is making the executive order and presidential decisions? Not that Biden is unwell. No, you're right. I mean, somebody else is doing it. I don't even know. Like Trump said, I don't know what he said. I don't think he knows what he said. So I don't know. I don't know. Somebody else is definitely making a decision. Hey, Mr. Norris, how you doing? It says President Couch. You said that's who you got going on, right? Blasphemy, how you doing? Says he's absolutely correct. Who else came on here? I want to acknowledge everybody before we take off. Tracy, I know I acknowledge you. Says, see what happens when you have to vote for evils. Weighing the scale isn't working. Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be logical, I'm gonna vote for the lesser 2 evils, and that's what I'm gonna do. Paula, how you doing? He says, what about Cornel West for open borders vetting? Is he for open borders? I haven't really looked into Cornel West's campaign recently because I know that he was struggling, didn't have the money to even stay on and get on any ballots at all, anything like that. I know last time we were on here, I said that if I had to choose somebody to vote for out of all the candidates that's kind of come and gone recently, I know y'all ain't gonna like this, but I like Andrew Yang. I like Andrew Yang. I know he's not for reparations, but it was for some form of reparations, the UBI, Universal Basic Income, that would pay a $1,000 to $2,000 a month to adults 18 to 70. No questions asked, no strings attached. He also spoke to the issues in the Black community in regards to when we're going to be out of money. Talk about AI helping to ruin the rest of the working class of Black people. and a whole host of things. So he's very well versed. He said he's a numbers guy. He says, I'm doing the numbers. Of course, a lot of people say, where are we going to get the money from, right? That sounds like the whole thing with reparations, but we see all this money flying out the door to other countries and everybody else. So if I had to choose somebody, I really liked his platform. So there's that. And he's Asian. Let's see here. Who else came on here? Terry, how you doing? Says, just so I'm clear on this, if no candidate has reparations and no tangibles, that almighty couch is mine. I'm super comfortable with that decision. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are just like, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to sit on the couch. I don't care what you say. Y'all know I called in the Al Sharpton show about a month or so ago, and I mentioned the couch, and that dude's wig damn near flew off, I would imagine, over the radio. He said, that's foolishness. We're not voting for the couch. It's like, who is this we? First of all, buddy, you speak for yourself, not me. Okay, Daniel, how you doing? Says, if Biden wins, I'm going overseas for good. And make sure that we are along with you, because it's going to be horrible. Michael Thomas, how you doing? He says the congressional black talkers or black people that have made a very good living off of white supremacy, leading the black people to nowhere and representing anybody but black Americans. There you go. And they just need us to help them do it, right? And a lot of us are saying, no, I'm not doing it. Facts Not Feeling says India or from Caribbean do not claim Kamala. And I don't even think her daddy messing with her like that. He was mad that she said that because she smokes weed, she's Jamaican. He was like, what the F? He said, I'm embarrassed that she drew that correlation. You know, Blasphemy said he had the first black woman to serve with the first black president. Okay. And Pop says Biden was trying to rub the black off one brother. I saw that. I was like, Leroy, how you doing? Says, about time we wake up and stop buck dancing for the Democrats. Absolutely. Who else came on here? Because we about to close up shop. Daryl, I know I've seen you, but he says, don't forget about Jim Crow compensation. Yeah, we want it all. Brand new socks and what? Draws. Okay. Brina says, we got to keep the money in the country so it can be used for us. The election is about keeping it for American citizens, first of all. Exactly. But they just giving money everywhere. Sean, how you doing? Obi, what's going on with you? Says you don't deserve money. Look at your community. Okay. Sharon, how you doing? He says, what exactly does the Black Caucus do? They do for everybody else but black people. That's what they do. Jerron, how you doing? Says, I lost so-called educated friends last presidential election cycle for publicly refusing to vote for Biden. Yeah, you and me both. I got blocked by a lot of people, including one of Donovan's aunties. Just a lot of Donovan's people just block me. Like, I ain't even do nothing. Why you mad at me? NMX Radio says the white gays get reparations. Yeah, everybody but us. You Law, how you doing? Says Asians and Hispanics don't have the same level of political influence with their within their community. The FBA community is one of the strongest voting blocks. Yeah, but we ain't voting for nothing. See, the Asian and everybody else, they got their group economics working. They said if we vote, we vote. We don't, we don't. But we got the money to take care of ourselves. We ain't looking for something from the Democrats or Republicans, even though they do stuff for them, right? But that's partially why, because they know they're a well-oiled machine. If they got together tomorrow and said, okay, we holding our vote from every damn body, we sitting on the couch, the Asians would do that. Us, we gonna argue back and forth with each other and call each other names and simple Simons and stuff because we don't want to do that.
Right. When Kamala Harris was selected to be the VP, guess who took her seat? A Hispanic. And guess what? That person cannot leave and won't leave. They got that seat. That seat's going to be Hispanic for a very long time. And
there's no black senators in Washington, from what I understand. She was the last. Don't bite my head off. They say she black, okay? But she didn't give it to her. And they were talking about other women that she could have put on, like in London Breed and a couple other women from California, you know. But the Hispanic guy got it. Raynard, you said, Demetra, one question, please, ma'am. Why are black females still backing Biden when even white liberals are turning on Biden? Unfortunately, not all, but some. I say a majority of black women voters. I think they're enamored with Biden. I've even seen some black women talking about how fine he was. Now, this wasn't back in the day like the 1970s. This was, 2020 election and how he fine. So I just think it's that. Mm-hmm.
Well, the good thing is a lot of black women are now waking up and saying, hey, wait a minute here. We're supposed to be the backbone of the Democratic Party and we not get nothing. So there are a lot of black women waking up. And again, men, that if you guys are listening to me and you guys are out there, don't worry. Our women are some of the most smartest, educated women out there. You just keep leading. Eventually, they will follow. And we're starting to see a lot of younger Black women. I got to say younger because the older ones, they don't give a damn, are following out of the Democratic Party, and they're going to sit on the couch, period.
Yep. And Sister B, how you doing? Let's see here. Let me skip on down because I don't want to not acknowledge people before we leave. Ward, how you doing? It says, let's say talking to Kate Daniel. Okay. Let's see who else came on here. Yeah, and another thing too is Black women voters. I'm saying collectively have been told that we really doing something. We out there helping white people. Because some sisters, boy, I tell you, there's Simone Sanders in a minute will linebacker, get jumper, spring right into action. To protect the white man. So that's just kind of been some of the sisters' mentality is, I'm doing something. They looking at, look at
y'all men sit down and shut up.
Yeah, all of that. And it's like the Black woman talking about she the backbone is like you the ass bone, okay? Because only the ass bone would continuously help somebody and get nothing for herself or for people. I mean, I know a lot of times people talk about Black women are getting something. Yeah, it ain't much. She's still living in the dilapidated communities right along with the rest of her people. She's still the most single as far as motherhood is concerned. She still, can go to the hospital and die faster from childbirth than a white woman. She's still the most evicted in America. So it's like you delivering all these things for white people, but what did you get for yourself? I'm not going to help nobody else and not at least get a biscuit. The sister can't even say she's getting a biscuit, but she proud be walking around like a damn peacock with the feathers falling off, talking about I'm helping the Democrats. You shut up.
Yeah, and you know what? Damon Reeves brings up a good point. He says Democrats are silent on the Tulsa decision. Did you notice that the Tulsa Supreme Court said that those people in Tulsa, even though the survivors that are still there, they were there. They don't get nothing. I mean, these people can't even come out with $10,000 to give these people for what had happened to them. And the CBC, no outrage. No outrage. When bad things happen to Black people, the CBC is silent. But let a massacre go on in Palestine. Let this happen over here to the immigrants. Oh, we got to do something. It's just un-American and we got to do. They are out there faster and stronger than the Latinos themselves and the Latino caucus. When it comes to Blacks, silence, nothing, zero.
Yep. So yeah, and I'm just looking to see if anybody else.
Demetra, I got another question for you real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
Would you please define reproductive rights? Because that is the biggest BS thing that they are trying to swindle on the Black community. Could you please define what those rights are? So
we know reproductive rights is in regards to abortion. That's what they're talking about, it, right? Now, of course, reproductive rights mean a whole lot of stuff, but when they say rights, they're basically saying stopping, let's say the Republicans, right, from policing women's bodies, telling women what to do with their bodies and this, that, and the other. But more importantly, they're, I guess specifically, I should say, they're talking about abortion. That's what they're calling reproductive rights. They're talking to Black people. Oh, we got to protect reproductive rights. Well, we know you're talking about abortions. We know that is more prevalent in our communities than it is in anybody else's communities. We know that Planned Parenthood became a thing due to the eugenics program with Margaret Sanger, and they were targeting Black people. And there is Kamala, who ain't not shot nothing out of her womb, telling we need to protect productive rights. That's all that means. So basically, they want the Black woman to be able to go and open up and murder her baby, for lack of better words, and they want us to fight for that. It's like, why? From what I understand, the most deletions of babies have taken place in our community, and they want that to continue. And then I say most, I mean disproportionately because of our numbers and population opposed to the white woman. But yeah, that's what they mean. There's nothing positive about that. They want us to fight for everything but a reparations check, and I wonder why. They don't want to give us money to help us close the wealth gap, but they want us to fight for reproductive rights to help lessen our numbers. So that's
So I thank you for that explanation. So are they asking for reproductive rights in the Hispanic community? Because those people are mass producing like rabbits.
And we know what I mean. You're a Catholic. You know what is the stance on birth control, whether it's that way or anyway.
Be fruitful and multiply.
So they're not going to talk to them about that because they know that goes against their very being is to do that to their babies, right? They have their babies no matter what. They don't even believe in contraceptives per the Catholic Church, right? So they just if I have a baby every 11 months, then I have a baby, right? So. But they don't talk to them they talk to us about that. You know, I calling it women's health or something. Now I get in some cases, you know, when there's life or death. All right, I get it. But just because, oops, I went to the club, met a dude I didn't know, and I'm in the family's way. Nah, that's not how that's supposed to go down. Hey, Chalk Chick, how you doing? Long time no see. Says they're trying to use Project 2025 as a scare tactic, and it's working on some, not me. I'm like, what else can they do? To us. And Ragnar says reproductive rights have unalive more Black people than all wars put together. From what I understand, I have heard that. Easy says, D, if Trump wins, let's see what he does for Tulsa survivors. Yeah, probably nothing, but you never know. You know, this is going to sound weird. I think most white people are racist to some degree, but I think that Biden is more racist than Trump. I think Biden really does not like Black people. I don't get that sense from Trump. I don't get that he does not like Black people. I think, you know, because he's old, Biden's old, they've just been taught racism. They just think it's normal, but I don't get the sense that he how about this? I don't get the sense that he dislikes Black people as much as Biden does. I don't even get the sense that he dislikes Black people as much as Michelle Obama does, because she doesn't give off to me that she likes Black people. I think she tolerates us, and yes, she's a Black woman. Team Trooper says that part policy should be equally applied to all groups. Yes, indeed. And how you doing, Jocelyn? How you doing? It says paid biscuits. Ooh, I got to the bottom. Can you believe that, Donovan? And Franco, did I say hello to you? Says Mexicans, Guatemalans, El Salvadorians are popping babies like popcorn. Yeah, because they said we're going to take it back. We're going to populate and we are going to take it back. But now us, we got to have reproductive rights. It's like, okay, Kamala, where's your babies at? I don't know. Maybe she utilized her reproductive rights.
That's a very good question. You're telling people to, you know, delete their babies or whatever the situation might be, and you have no children yourself.
Right. And ANPDM1, how you doing? Says until we can afford to raise our kids out of poverty, we need options. Well, I hope you're not meaning the options of deletion of babies. Because the other option is if you can't afford a baby, then what did Michael Jackson say? Then don't make the babies. I know that's kind of a
baby, don't have a baby.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, but here's something I want you guys to think about. Do you guys know in Joe Biden's 50 years of being in politics, Donald Trump's 8 years of being in politics, there are more pictures of Donald Trump with Black people than there are Joe Biden. Donald Trump, in my opinion, is an Archie Bunker type dude. He tolerates Black people. I wouldn't say he's racist. I would say he's more of a bigot. He's a product of his environment, but you see Donald Trump in more pictures with Black people than Biden has done in over 60 years. And that's a fact.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna tell you that. And Team Truth says Heritage Foundation proposed Project 2025. Yes, so that it's a think tank. So the way the Democrats are selling that is Trump's organization, and he, you know, taking orders from these people. I don't know. I think they all take orders, but that doesn't seem the case here. It's a think tank. Like I said, there's a lot of think tanks in Washington that try to sway political parties, Washington, one way or the other. So it's a think tank, and it's been around for a while. So it's not like it's something that just popped up. It's been around for a long time. So let's see here. And I think I got to everybody. I hope I didn't skip anybody. Poppy says, if you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. Yeah. Why does it have to be so hard? What did Lauryn Hill say? It can all be so simple. But you'd rather make it hard. And it doesn't have to be, you know? Because they want you to just go out there and have a good time and just, you know, throw caution into the wind. So anyway, we love and appreciate every last one of y'all. I hope that I said hello to everybody at least. Like I said, maybe throughout the week, I'll try to be here a little bit longer. I know Donovan's got things to do. But we just try to shorten it so that you guys can go enjoy everybody else's programming, things like that. And, we're on here longer than an hour or so. It gets kind of, redundant and stuff like that. So anyway, we love and appreciate every level. Joey says pornography will be prohibited, says Project 2025. Good luck. So anyway, we're going to get on
time before prostitution is legalized. They've already got the weed legalized. Prostitution is going to be next.
And it ain't going nowhere. Do you know how many undercovers the hoeing is going to be going on out there? They're going to be putting up church fronts. And you know what's going to be going on behind the scenes. It's going to be a lot of, oh, God. Okay, you know what? Let me get out of here. I love and appreciate every last one of y'all. Y'all have a great day. I will see you all on Tuesday. And Donovan, will you be here? We'll play about it. You'll be here. All right, so we'll see y'all later. Hey, Sean. Peace.